Hello， 大家好，欢迎来到今天的影片。今天的影片呢，我要来拍一个 How I got into USC， 也不仅限于说我是怎么进 USC 的，也适用于任何在申请大学的同学们。现在是10月嘛，然后最近的 deadline 我记得是11月1号，就是 for early action 跟 early decision 这些的 application 要交。我上大学这段期间，也有很多学弟妹来问我说，申请大学要注意什么点呢？先简单自我介绍一下，我现在是在 USC fight on， 然后我是大3双主修 Business Administration 跟 Public Relations and Advertising， 然后我高中是康桥毕业的。如果大家有看过我之前 College Decision Reaction 的影片，可能会觉得你到底有什么资格在这边跟我说怎么申请大学？我想要在这边声明一件事情，我来讲并不是因为我觉得我特别厉害，或者我觉得我能进 USC 超了不起。完全不是，有去看那个影片的人就知道，这是一个非常 realistic 的 college decision reaction 的影片，并不是一个我申请20间学校，我20间学校都进，然后我申请的全部 IB 我都进，完全不是。有去看的人就知道，因为也有人有提过相关的疑问，然后我就想说，我可以在这边跟大家分享一下，毕竟我也没有真的完全坐下来拍过影片分享我 essay 是写什么啊，或是我申请的时候有什么课外活动，或是成绩是怎么样的。今天就想说来大公开，好。整体来说，今天就是要来一个申请大学的分享，包括我的成绩、我的课外活动跟我写的 essay。最后我也会给大家一些 mindset 上的一些 tips， 因为我觉得申请大学非常 stressful， 所以一定要乐观面对。Let's go！ 好的，我们来开始吧。我刚才已经从我的硬碟中挖出了我的 college essay。Before we get into that， 我们先从成绩开始。毕竟大家都说申请大学最重要的就是成绩，毕竟成绩就是第一个门槛。然后你如果没有过成绩这个门槛，你就其他课外活动都不重要。首先成绩的话，90年级上的课除了英文都是 honors， 但我90年级的成绩并不是非常理想，因为 honors 那时候的课对我来说非常困难，尤其是10年级的 chemistry 跟pre-calculus 的部分。所以我当时在选 AP 跟 IB 的时候，也是把这个列入考量，所以才选了 IB。因为我觉得如果我 IB 可以读好的话，我这2年的成绩可以盖过我90年级没有这么好的成绩。如果你不知道的话，读 IB 的话，你在申请大学的时候，你是10月的时候，学校的老师会先给你一个预估成绩，叫 predicted grade。这个成绩会是 out of 42，因为 IB 是6科，每科的满分是7分，所以42是满分。然后老师们就是看你11年级的成绩，加上你12年级可能第一个期中考的成绩，然后来给你这个 predicted grade。我可以非常骄傲的说，我 IB 这2年真的是我高中最努力的2年，然后我 predicted grade 拿到了一个42，就是满分的意思。不是要炫耀，但我真的很骄傲，因为我真的很努力拿到这个成绩，然后我也很开心，我的 hard work 有 pay off。再来就是课外活动 extracurricular activities。申请国外大学，大家都说很重要的不只是你的成绩，他们也很在意你的课外活动，主要就是4个：篮球、MUN、扶轮社跟国标舞。首先篮球队，我是从7年级就参加，因为在美国9年级是高中，但是在台湾9年级还是国中，所以在9年级的时候，我也是我们国中部的队长。然后因为我们也跟高中的一起练，所以我也是整个全部人中的副队长。到12年级，我也就成为了我们高中队的队长。再来是 MUN 也是从7年级开始，我从普通的参加的 delegate， 然后晋升到了 chair， 然后到12年级的时候也有当 senior advisor， 但这个部分并没有放进去申请大学，因为那是4月才发生的事情。在我的 MUN 生涯中，我当然有参加我们学校康桥自己办的 MUN， 然后也有到校外参加。我参加过 Yale 在台湾办的，也参加过 Yale 在韩国办的。虽然我都没有得奖，但是我就是重在参与，也是非常好的经验。如果大家有机会的话，也可以去体验一下。再来第3个就是我们学校的扶轮社，它其实是在我们学校有开放给高中生参加这个社团，然后在社团课的时间就会用那1个多小时的时间来教小朋友英文，有跟比较偏乡的小学合作，然后就是每个人会配对到1-2个学伴，然后你就是在线上这样子，通过 Google Meet 或是 Zoom 的方法来教他们英文。然后这个我是10年级、11年级跟12上我都有参加。再来第4个国标舞，也是从7年级上到12年级。康桥有一个叫1人1才艺的东西，就是每个礼拜4下午有2节课，然后每个人都要去选一个才艺类的课来上，然后有包括国标舞啊、踢踏舞，然后还有就是全部乐器应该都有。然后在这6年中也参加了很多校外的比赛。 赛，这就是我主要申请大学也有说到的课外活动。再来就是 essay 的部分，申请大学非常重要的一环就是你的 essay， 因为你的成绩跟你的课外活动，全世界可能有很多人跟你差不多，跟你做差不多的事情，然后达到跟你差不多的成就，所以你的 essay 才是真的可以展现出你的个性跟为什么你想要去这个学校，为什么你适合这个学校，然后为什么这个学校应该要收你的一些原因。就像刚刚所说的，我的 essay 并没有让我进非常多学校，但是我在申请的时候，我的目标学校就是 Berkeley 跟 USC， 然后我就是进了 USC。来了之后，我自己也觉得，我身边的人也觉得，我真的是比起 Berkeley 更适合 USC。所以呢，在写 essay 的时候，当然就是有一个 Common App Essay。Common App 就是很大部分的学校都是用这个系统，它是一个申请大学的系统。用这个系统的学校都会要求你要交一篇 Common App Essay， 但这个 essay 你可以就是交一模一样的给每个学校，然后每个学校可能自己还会有一些自己的题目要你去回答。Common App Essay 是650个字，然后好像有6题你可以选。我选的题目是 Some students have a background, identity, interest, or talent that is so meaningful they believe their application would be incomplete without it. If this sounds like you, then please share your story. 其他题目有些是关于你的 struggle， 或是就是它的题目比较 specific。然后我觉得我要学的题材跟其他题目都没有很符合，所以我就选了这个最 broad 的题目，就是叫你 share anything you want 的。我就直接来念吧。首次公开我的 college essay。重新，3, 2, 1, action. Stand up straight. Raise your hands higher. With every move and every pose, my dance instructor criticized me for standing out. For years, I've danced with girls who are years older than me, and I looked up to them, literally. As the shortest girl in class, I am constantly reminded to stand taller when we perform on stage. Having started ballet at a young age, I immediately fell in love with it. It was not until I stepped into my first pair of pointe shoes did I realize how serious the dance industry is, and that ballet dancers all have a specific look. Ballet is all about technique and doing things the right way, so standing out was generally not appreciated. Gaining my first glimpse of the ballet world, I was determined to not let a dance style dictate how I live my life. My relationship with ballet can be described as the right person at the wrong time. There was nothing wrong with the dance style, it was just not what I had imagined. Though I left the studio at the age of 11, I never planned to give up dancing. Turning in my tutus for oversized sweatshirts, I started to teach myself hip-hop by following Matt Stepanina's dance videos on YouTube. Since then, whenever I have free time, I will look up dance tutorials online, film my own dance covers, and upload them. With hip-hop, I am no longer told to fit in with the crowd. Instead, I can freely express myself with unlimited imagination, which is the complete opposite of the restricting and demanding ballet I was used to. Regardless, I was never able to perfect the dance style because I was self-taught. Not starting from ground zero prevented me from grasping the basic foundation. Number 241, please approach the stage and prepare for the cha-cha. Transitioning from the 5, 6, 7, 8 to 2, 3, 4, and 1s, I joined the ballroom dancing club at school, where I combined the fundamental techniques of ballet and the free-form attitude from hip-hop. As I walked into my first ballroom dancing class, I felt more at home than ever. Integrating the better parts of ballet and hip-hop, I excelled in ballroom dancing. Like ballet, ballroom dancers are required to straighten their legs and point their toes with great discipline and control, but they are also encouraged to make the choreography their own. Ballroom dancing felt perfect for me, except for the part about wearing high heels. My journey with dance shaped me into the person I am today. Transforming from ballet to hip-hop, I absorbed the ability to adapt to changes, no matter how drastic they may be. Because after all, ballet and hip-hop are polar opposites. While ballet's technicality was like a cork to my creative juice, hip-hop embraced my individuality and creativity as the power moves perfectly reflected my loud voice and strong personality. The great variety of dance styles in ballroom dancing thoroughly encompassed every aspect of my character. I am carefree like the cha-cha, composed like the rumba, buoyant like the jive, ambitious like the paso, and lively like the samba. My passion for dance is undeniable. From putting on performances with my cousins in the living room, to watching dance videos on YouTube as I tried to teach myself hip-hop, then to competing in a gym with ballroom dancers wearing bedazzled costumes, I've done it all with full enthusiasm. As I see it, dance is not just a way for me to express myself, but a reflection of my life and who I am as a person. As a kid, I was told to stand taller to fit in with everyone else. But now, with dance in my life, I have the opportunity to be different, to stand out. 再来下一篇 essay 就是 USC 自己的 supplement， 他们有问几题 in addition to 那个 Common App 也要教的。第一题是 What is something about yourself that is essential to understanding you？ 然后还是250字。As I glanced at the crowd after scoring my first points at my first official basketball game, I saw my mother pumping her fist into the air, screaming at the top of her lungs, with her Canon camera in hand, no doubt recording the entire moment. Since then, my mom has been there for all my major milestones. My family has shaped me into the person I am today. While I am still my own person, I take after bits and pieces of them. From my sister, I acquired the mindset of not caring about gossip and what others think of me. From my mom, I absorbed the quality of being kind to others and always lending a helping hand. From my dad, I learned the importance of the phrase, hard work pays off, granting me the success I've achieved. I am who I am because of this support system. When I stepped into the college application season, anxiety washed over me. Nonetheless, if there was one thing I know for sure, it's that my family will always be there for me as my biggest supporters, and there's nothing that gives me more satisfaction than the thought of making them proud. I've been told to stop daydreaming, but with my family by my side, hope will persevere and all my dreams will come true. Emily Dickinson claimed that hope is the thing with feathers, but to me, hope comes in a quartet, better known as Teresa, Mark, Monica, and Michelle. 就是一篇写关于我的家人，要展现出我是一个很 family oriented 的人，然后我非常爱我的家人。就这样。下一题是 Why USC？Why USC 跟 Why Major， 然后有点 combine 在一起。我那时候申请的时候是申请 psychology. Love at first sight was the best way to describe it. USC felt like my one and only choice. During the summer of 2021, I visited various college campuses across the country, and I had never felt more at home than when I walked onto the USC campus. Surrounded by the red brick buildings, USC Village gave me the cozy and welcoming feeling I long for in a college campus. Growing up in a generation where even the minutiae of a person's life is shared on social media, I've become intrigued with how YouTubers like Emma Chamberlain cope with anxiety and depression under the public eye. Mental health led me to contemplate whether maximizing happiness is the ultimate goal in life. Therefore, I intend to pursue my interest in psychology, starting with the skill-building workshops offered at USC that focus on a wide range of topics centered around the concept of mental health. Moreover, I'm also looking forward to Professor Darby Saxby's course, Stress, Health, and the Mind-Body Connection, in hopes of gaining a deeper understanding towards the topic. It wasn't until I began writing my college essays did I realize that my admiration for psychology was undeniable. Every question I answered was closely tied to the subject and my desire to help those who struggle with body dysmorphia or mental health disorders. By majoring in psychology, I hope that I will be able to broaden my knowledge and perception in mental health and the abstract concept of happiness. 我其实最开始我完全不知道我要申请什么，因为我就是不知道我以后要干嘛，我现在还是不知道。但是我那时候在写 essay 的时候，我就发现我写的很多都跟 mental health 有关，因为很多都是跟 social media 有关，所以我在写的时候才发现，那还是我就申请 psychology， 然后就把我的 essay direct towards 那边。这篇里面有一句是 USC felt like my one and only choice。因为呢，我在申请的时候，有人跟我说，如果这学校是你的 top choice， 你一定要让他知道这是你的 top choice。所以我就直接非常明确的跟他说 ，USC is my one and only choice。再来就是它有一些非常简短的 short answer， 例如 What is your favorite snack？ 然后 Best movie of all time， 跟什么 dream trip 这种东西。If your life had a theme song, what would it be？ 我一开始以为大家都跟我一样，就是想到什么就写什么。但是我来了之后才发现，其实很多人他们是想的很有创意，跟还会解释他们的答案。我完全没有解释。他的题目是 What TV show will you binge watch next？ 我这些 Gilmore Girls， 然后我真的下一个就是看 Gilmore Girls。好，再来最后一篇 essay。我因为申请的是 psychology， 它是under Dornsife College of Letters, Arts and Sciences。他自己有特别的一题，我相信别的科系也一定有他们单独的一题。然后题目是 Many of us have at least one issue or passion that we care deeply about, a topic on which we would love to share our opinions and insights in hopes of sparking intense interest and continued conversation. If you had 10 minutes and the attention of 1 million people, what would your talk be about? 然后也是250字。来吧。Social media, so romanticized yet so toxic. Going to the gym at 6 a.m., becoming vegan to get the perfect waist, They say that's what happiness is, but it's unrealistic. Regardless, girls blindly conform to these expectations, unaware of the negative effects. It never occurred to me how toxic social media could be until my friend outright told me she was deleting Instagram because of her insecurities. I've seen the jealous look on her face as she scrolled through her feed, the tears on her cheeks as she stared into her reflection, and the reluctance in her eyes as she refused to eat her favorite snack. Thinking back to the excitement when I published my first Instagram post, I pondered, how did something so pure become so toxic? To me, social media was a non-judgmental space for people to share details of their lives. When did it become the source of teenagers' anxiety and depression? To show that glamorous lifestyles aren't the only content worth sharing, I began to post vlogs of my daily life as a high school student on my YouTube channel. There's nothing wrong with being ordinary because the perfect life doesn't exist, and chasing after it can be dangerous. As social media is the main source of unhealthy comparisons, I strive to positively influence others through my engagement with it. Social media presents the highlight of people's life, when in fact, it is the true authentic sides that should really be highlighted. 我超喜欢我的 ending， 就是 social media 就是大家 po 他们人生高光的时候，但其实最真实的那一幕才是应该要被展现出来的高光时刻。我其实本来也很想分享我的 UC Essay， 但是我一个 UC 都没有进，所以我就觉得我分享有用吗？但其实也可以给大家作为 inspiration 吧。UC 就是有一共8题，然后你选4题写，然后就同4篇会传给全部你要申请的 UC 学校。你没有办法跟你最想去的那一间说你就是我的 top choice， 因为你是把它寄给全部的 UC， 全部你想申请的 UC。Beyond what has already been shared in your application, what do you believe makes you stand out as a strong candidate for admissions to the University of California? 就又是一篇很 broad， 然后随便你要怎么写都可以的。As I flipped through my family's photo albums, I was taken back to all the memories I shared with my loved ones. Starting from a young age, my impression of my mother has always been defined by her love for photography. Yet, this does not refer to carrying a professional camera and taking pictures of stunning landscapes. Instead, she uses her compact Canon camera and records every moment through videos and pictures. Inspired to document life through my eyes, I began to shoot a short clip every day since January 1st, 2019. The contents of the clips are different aspects of my life, including my family, classmates, and even random interactions with strangers. They recorded what I deemed as precious moments of my life at the time. Periodically, I would extract 1 second of each day from the clips and edit them into a video, which I call a second a day, to be uploaded online on December 31st of each year. When I first started, everyone told me that I wouldn't last over a month. Long and behold, I've been doing it for 3 years without skipping a beat. In the process of making my daily clips of a second a day, I've become a keen observer of the world around me. I've learned to maintain focus and awareness on details. When I condense the clips, I also have a chance to reflect upon the moment the video was shot. Often, I think back and would wonder how events would transpire differently had I expressed myself differently. As I see flaws in my conduct, I quickly seek ramifications. For example, if I notice improper communication that can cause misunderstanding, I can fix it before the damage is done. This self-reflection has really enhanced my personal character. A second a day has grown on me as a part of my life, as every day is a blessing and should be celebrated and remembered. I'm sure I will continue doing it in college and beyond, and use it as an opportunity to constantly review myself to become a better person. 好的 ，essay 的部分也结束了，现在最后来给大家一些申请大学的 tips， 这是一个非常 stressful 的时候，大家需要了解的就是你进什么大学，或是你没进什么大学，并不会 define 你是怎样的人。Please 不要为了排名而申请什么学校，或是把它当成你的 dream school。你没有去这个学校之前，你都不会知道它是不是真的适合你。在申请学校的时候，你心里最想要进的那个学校，并不一定是最适合你的学校。你要去了，你才会真的知道。所以不要给自己太大的压力，说这就是我的 dream school， 我没进我就是失败。并没有这样，最重要就是要 be open-minded。虽然你心里一定会有一个你最想要去的学校，然后你一定有一个 dream school， 但是你要记得，你没进这个 dream school 也没关系，并不会代表你这高中这4年就是白费了，然后你申请大学就是很失败，然后全部都是 fail。就是 nothing， 你就是废物或什么的，绝对不是这样。你去了，你进的那个学校，你可能会非常开心，你可能会觉得哇。还好我没进那个学校，因为这里才是真的适合我的地方。我的 essay 当然不是最完美的，但是我觉得我尽力了。申请大学加油，真的是非常辛苦。 很快就可以熬过这个时间，然后你就可以非常开心的享受你高三最后的几个月，然后高中真的过得很快，然后真的很悲惨，所以大家一定要把握现在有的时间，不要压力太大，加油，耶！谢谢大家观看，拜拜。